YouTubers, guess what today is? We're gonna go over floral design tools. Are you ready to check it out? I got foam, I got some ribbon, I got everything. I'm gonna go ahead and explain everything to you. Let's come on inside. Let's do it. Hey guys, thanks for coming in and joining me. Guess what we're doing today? We are going to go over the basic floral design tools, just as I promised you in my last video. As I thought before we start getting into our arrangements, this would be the perfect video to kind of tell you what tools you need. Just go over them real quick. This way, if you decide you want to join me when I'm designing the arrangements, you can. And if you're watching this video months after I actually filmed it and published it, you can do the same. You can go out and get the tools and make every design that I make in all my videos. So I definitely recommend it. All right, guys, so let me get my regular glasses on. There we go. And by the way, thanks again for coming by. I really appreciate it. In the future, please subscribe, like, or share. You could share this with anyone you want. These videos, I really appreciate it. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. If you have a comment, please leave one below. And also, any links that I have that I mentioned in this video will be below the comment section. So I definitely recommend you check them out, especially for all these different tools. I'm gonna have each one listed for you guys so you know where you can purchase them online, or if you wanna go to your local craft store, arts and craft store, you can also find them at Hobby Lobby. You can find them at Michael's, you know. Check those out. All right, guys, let's do this. First thing we're gonna do today, by the way, do you like my Easter hat? I do too. I know you probably saw it in the last video, but Easter's this weekend, so it's the last time I can wear it for this year, so I did. I hope you liked it. I hope it looks good. I hope so. I think it goes well with the pink jacket, at least. All right, let's get started on this. And this is not gonna be real long. I'm just gonna show you the tools, and also you're gonna notice I'm gonna have a graphic to my side. So I'm gonna be pointing over here, and I don't even have to do ding, and it's gonna show up as you're watching the video, which is great. So it's kind of like a little presentation. Originally I was gonna put it on the TV, but you know what, we'll just leave that up like that, and I know for sure if I do it inside the video, when I'm editing, you'll be able to read it. Because I definitely want you to remember these tools because you'll need them if you're gonna do designs. So let's get started, guys. This is Jamie's Uncanny Environs basic floral design tools. Let's do it. Okay, I bet you're wondering, how hard could it be? What kind of tools do we need? Well, first thing we're gonna need is we are gonna need some floral scissors. And here they are. Now, I recommend these floral scissors because they can actually cut through the stems. You can't use regular scissors. You need regular scissors when you're designing because if you happen to cut some ribbon, that's probably the only reason you would need scissors, to be honest with you, that I'm thinking off the top of my head. Or if you're doing some other designs where we need to cut stuff. But for floral stems, you're gonna need floral shears. So let me hold it like this so I don't stab myself. These are the type you need. Check out the link below or go to one of your nearest stores and check to see if it's available. Okay. Before I forget, number one, floral scissors. Ding! Oh, I think it's working. Okay, next one. You're gonna need a floral knife. You can just go buy a knife, or if you have a spare knife, but we need a knife so we can cut our oasis, our floral foam, which I talked to you about last time. I'm just gonna show you real quick. We're going to use the knife, we're gonna cut it in half, and this is what we're gonna use when we build our design. This is where all the stems are gonna be. Of course, this would be soaked in Floral Life right here. As you can see, I'll discuss this in a second. This is floral food that all florists use. You're gonna soak your oasis in water and Floral Life. Let it soak in. This way, I'd say for an hour or two is optimum. This way it soaks in and your floral design is gonna last a lot longer if you have more food in there. All right? So, floral knife. Number two, floral knife. Yay! All right, let me just move this around, guys. You're gonna bear with me because I don't have this totally mapped out, this presentation, so I hope you enjoy it. Okay, it's going to be pretty basic. You should have it around the house. Wire cutters. Ding! Yay! Sorry, I'm saying ding. I know Sim is going to put a ding in there for us. So, but just bear with me. I'm having fun. I'm just going along with it. So wire cutters, we're going to need that. You know why? Because we're going to be using floral wire. And this happens to be gold or copper floral wire. I also have some silver, and there's usually green. I don't have my green in front of me. But this is what you're going to use the wire cutters when you're using the floral wire, which we can use for so many different things. So I'll tell you as we go along what uses we can apply. All right, next on our list. Oh, did I do this? Oh, shoot. All right, so we did the floral wire. Next, we are going to briefly discuss wired wood picks. These are the picks. We actually use these. Let me just show you. Pull this apart here. I have a bunch of them there. You can see this a little pick with a little wire. This actually goes, oh, I should have an example for you. I'll just show you an artificial one. So basically, if you needed to put this into the Oasis and you didn't have a metal pick to use, or the handheld, you would basically take your wire pick, wrap it around, and then you would stick it in your Oasis. So that's pretty simple, self-explanatory. Wire picks is something that is very useful if you don't have the metal picks and the handheld handy pick. But I'll discuss that at the end. So I definitely recommend any kind of metal picks. It's just so much easier. Wire picks are great. Wood wire picks are great, but if you can use the metal ones, I definitely recommend it. Okay, guys. Oh, wired wood picks. Ding. Here we go. Next, we have pruning shears. Obviously, oops, excuse me. Obviously, self-explanatory what you do when you're pruning a bush or a plant. We will use this for all kinds of different things when we're cleaning up the flowers, or when we're getting them prepared for the design. You would use these. All right. Pruning shears, yes. Next, talk about floral foam. As I mentioned earlier, and as I cut, this is just a normal floral foam Oasis. You're going to hear me refer to it as the Oasis, but I always use floral foam just for you guys to understand what I'm talking about. This is what we use to soak the food, the water, so we can stick our flowers in there, obviously. The reason I'm showing you this one, it's the same as this, but a different color, because I could actually use this in a clear base if I wanted to have this color as part of my design. So it's pretty cool, and there's all kinds of colors you can find out there. If you cannot find these colored Oasis, or if I'm going to do a design with a colored Oasis, I'll definitely let you know where you can purchase them. Okay, how's that sound? So, floral foam, next one on the list. All right, next, waterproof Oasis tape. This is used to wrap around your stems. So this is like if you're going to combine, maybe you're going to combine two stems, or you're going to put your wood wire pick. This is a great example. You would basically you could use your wire, or you could even use tape to wrap around it. It's just another fail-safe mechanism to make sure your design stays together, which is super, super important. So I definitely recommend waterproof Oasis tape. And again, if you notice, referring to it as Oasis. So you could also say floral foam tape. But for our purposes, we are saying Oasis. All right, next one. You guys are going to need some floral adhesive. And the way to do, what I'm going to recommend, I have several, but I'm going to show you some stem adhesive. You can use this floral lock. You can spray this when you're putting your design into your Oasis, and it should help it stay secure. I definitely recommend, this is if you don't have the wire picks, because usually the wire picks work pretty good. This is perfect if you're not going to be using a wire pick and you're going to use the wood picks. This is just an extra sense of security, just to make sure the design stays together. So our next one is floral adhesive, basically glue. Also, I don't have an example of another piece of floral glue that I also have in a tube. I thought I had some, but I might have ran out. It's a glue gun. We use a glue gun a lot. We can use it for securing oasis, securing pieces of wood that you're going to use in a design around the oasis. It's going to be part of the design on the oasis. I definitely recommend you do that. So get a glue gun so you can use that. Get your floral adhesive, which I'm going to show you a picture of, that last one. This way you can make sure your foundation, it's so important that your construction, which is your foundation, your oasis, the tape we're going to use to secure it, that is always secure. Because when you move around, if you're taking this floral design that you made, maybe not so much if you're removing it to your table from where you made it, but say you're moving it, taking it to a friend's house, or you made it for a friend. You want it to stand secure. This way it doesn't fall apart, and you and your friends get to enjoy it. Also, you need floral food, which is Floral Life. This is pretty important. You want to have, you know those little packets we get when we buy flowers? This is a whole bucket of it, and it's so great. This Floral Life lasts so long, and I just go ahead and purchase this size. I definitely recommend it. You'll use it if you're going to follow along with the designs with me. If you're only going to do this design or two, maybe next time you're in Costco or Sam's, excuse me, maybe the next time you're in Sam's or Costco or at your local florist in your grocery store, ask them for a few packets of the food, because you could take like 5 packets and you could put that in water and then let the oasis soak that up. So I definitely recommend you do that. The only time, it's just like when you pour the floral food into a clear vase and you see it go to the bottom. That's all we do for the oasis. We just let the oasis soak it up instead of, the stems are not in water, but it's soaked in water, so it's actually getting the same thing if you were producing a design with a clear base. So I definitely recommend you get floral food that's going to last. And this particular Floral Life is great. I'll definitely have the link below. It could be sort of expensive, but if you're going to actually follow along with me during this journey that we're going to take together, I definitely recommend it. It's just going to be a cost savings, and it's great. It's great. And you don't have to go searching for floral food. So, Floral Life. Ding! Next, this is important. I'm going to recommend this, and I've mentioned this before. This is the Handy Pick tool. It's actually called the Handy Pick tool. And this comes with, when you order it, and I believe it's $75. I think I mentioned last time it was $40. No, it's $75. So it's a pricey item, but it's one that if you use this, you will be so happy you bought it. It's just so much more convenient and easy. So you take the metal floral pick. There you go. So this is the same as a wire pick, wood pick, except it's metal. And we use the Handy Pick to stem our flowers. And as I mentioned before, where did I put my flower? There it is. We just place the flower here, we crunch, and look, there it is. There's my metal pick. So then I can place it in the oasis. There you go. Sticks and one move around. Perfect, perfect. So I definitely recommend you buy this. And if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer any. Just send me a comment. I check out my comments. Let's do a floral design tool review. And then each time I can point to the side and a graphic will appear. Yay! Okay, so I mentioned 1, floral scissors you need, definitely. Cut your stems, definitely get that. 2nd, you need a floral knife. You can use any knife to cut your oasis. So make sure it's something sharp so it will cut through the oasis evenly. By the way, I wanted to mention this. When we're doing oasis, we might actually take the oasis, just pretend this is a vase. When we put it, I push it down and look, it shows me the edges. So this way I can use my floral knife to cut around the edges, because you want this to be secure in the design, in the container, but you don't want to see it. This is something you should not see from the design at any time. So it's going to be hidden as part of the construction. But I definitely recommend you get floral oasis. And there's different types, so I'm going to put a link below on the types that I prefer, that I think are great. Some floral foam is just not even worth it. So I'll definitely put up the ones I don't agree with. I'll put the names down for you guys. Okay, and that'll be below in the comment section. All right, next, we need wire cutters, which are self-explanatory. I don't know where I put them, right here. You're gonna cut the wire that we use right here. This is floral wire that we use for designs. We can use this for all kinds of things. I definitely recommend you get some green one. This way it blends for the design. If we have to wire anything, you will not see it. Or at least you won't see it, or whoever you're giving your design to will never see the construction. All right, wired wood picks. Here we go. I mentioned this, it's easy. Get some of these at the store. You wrap around the stem. You can use this as a pick if you do not have access or you did not purchase a handy pick, which is basically the same thing, but you have less steps because you don't have to sit there and take the wire around the stem and then place it in. And also, the Oasis, the stems don't stay up as much, I noticed, compared to the metal picks. So, and I also, to go back to what I mentioned earlier, I mentioned the floral adhesive, which is the lock. You can use those if you're using wire picks just to strengthen it. So this is another one, as I mentioned earlier, along with the floral tube that I have a picture of right now, or the floral adhesive that's in a tube, and also the anchor tape, which I don't have an example for you right now, which is right here also. So check those out. You get them as soon as possible. If you want to follow me, I hope you do, because this is going to be so much fun. We're going to have so much fun. All right, next, let me see what else I have left. I have the glue gun, which I mentioned. I don't have to show you that. You guys know what a glue gun is. So definitely get a glue gun. And I mentioned the floral food, Floral Life. This is great. Definitely get this. This will really come in handy, especially if you're going to do a lot of designs. This will last you a year probably, so it's great. And if you ever need to add some food to some flowers, maybe you have some vases or some designs around the house, you can always do that. So that's great. Not the ones you've already built, obviously, but you can put water in there. But definitely if you have a clear container, you can pour some more food, florally. All right, and finally, as I mentioned, the handy pick, definitely recommend, as I mentioned earlier, $75. Definitely go out and purchase this. This is something I can't imagine not having. It just speeds it up, and the design stays exactly the way, usually, the way you're envisioning and the way you want it to. So instead of having problems that you didn't anticipate, just go ahead and cut to the chase and go buy a handy pick. Remember, $75 is what I saw online. I'll have the link below for you guys. You know what? A few other things that I wanted to mention, I had mentioned in my previous videos. Green glow. This is what we spray the greenery with. It gives us that nice shine that you see in designs. Definitely recommend you do that. It just brightens up the design, makes it even look better. So definitely recommend it. And another thing, in the future, we can get fragrance spray that you can spray on your arrangement if you want. This one is rose. So if you want a rose scent, or maybe your roses aren't smelling as bright, or how would I say that? Maybe they're just not as scenty? No, not a word. You got what I'm saying here. You can use fragrance spray to enhance the smell of the flowers, and I definitely recommend that also. In review, real quick, floral scissors, floral knife, wire cutters, floral wire, wired wood picks, pruning shears, floral foam Oasis. Yay, Oasis, remember, just always remember that. Waterproof Oasis tape, yes. And floral adhesive, the example I showed you, floral lock, and the tubes that you see the picture here and here. Yay! Sorry I didn't have it in person, but you understand. And the floral food finally, and the handy cutter. All right, and by the way, the handy cutter comes with the picks. They come with 200 of these picks, and if you need to get extra ones, they sell those also. I know they sell them at like Hobby Lobby. I presume Michael's has it, probably does. All right, guys. So basic floral design is complete. Next video is going to be my basic construction of a floral design. We're just going to go through basic construction, and I'm going to go over the rules. This way we can, as I mentioned previously, talk about balance, harmony, form, focal points, everything you need in a design to make it look cohesive and look good. So we will do that on our next video. And I think that's everything. Oh, you know what? One other thing I want to show you. Here are some other examples of oasis. Blue, as I was mentioning, the green here that you can use for a clear vase. Perfect. And look at this. This is also floral foam. You put water in it and it solidifies. So you could use this to basically create the same effect in a clear vase. And you guys just let me know. We'll do more advanced designs and we'll start using some of this stuff. And I'll definitely give you a heads up ahead of time. As I mentioned in my first 4 or 5 videos, I'm going to let you know what we're going to design. I'm going to tell you what flowers we're going to use, what tools you're going to need, and I'll also give you suggestions on what flowers I recommend. But again, it's up to you, whatever flowers you want to use for your design, as long as it still gives you the same effect that we're shooting for. Okay guys, I think that's it. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share. Definitely share. I want people to see these videos, give me feedback, and I really appreciate it. So it's just great as we're growing. All right, I am gonna head out, guys, and I'm gonna see you probably in the next day or two when I drop my next video. Send me a hi, say hi, give me a comment, whatever you need to do. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Talk to you later. Bye.